Good morning, Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. And I've got my rig all set. This is gonna be an action-packed day. You're not gonna wanna miss it. No, I'm kidding. But we're doing some one-man roof washing today. And I'm gonna try to explain the process, show you the method that I use in some reasonable detail. I've got a full SH tank to the brim, straight SH, about maybe, that much water to flush my pump in the end. This is my soap tank. This is 15 gallons of straight SH in my soap tank. And I put a nice, probably 20, 30 ounces of eliminator in there today. So we got a nice fat, thick eliminator soap tank going on for our roof washing today. I'm gonna see if I can make it a little more sticky. It was getting a bit thin. So we're all set up as far as the rig goes, and I'm heading out to the first project. Okay, it is 9 o'clock. I've been here for about 20 minutes or so, talking with the client, doing my walk around. And today's video is talking about and illustrating some of how to do one-man roof washing, okay? Now this project is one of my annuals that I do gutters on, okay? He has not done house washing with me yet and opted to do it this year. And we've got a lot of nasty lichen on the building. Up on that north side, there's lettuce stuck to the house. And on the back side of the garage over here, there's lettuce on the house. So we're gonna have some increased dwell time, but that's okay. Today we're doing gutter cleaning, which I've set my blower up to do. Okay, I'm doing the lower gutters first real quick, then I'm putting an extension on and I'm blowing the gutters that way, so they're not gonna blow down into this one. The drains are on that end, so we're gonna go top that way, bottom this way, okay? And then we're doing a complete house wash and then roof washing on these front roofs. And you can see I've got everything staged already. So one of the important things we've been talking about, it's kind of been a theme for the last week or two, is staging. Okay, it's important to get everything staged, makes your life much easier. So I've obviously got my 32 placed there. The 24 would reach, but I like the stability of the 32 and I don't have to move it around too much. So we're gonna just use that one placement. And then this is my little 16. I have it set up here because I intend to hit this lettuce with some roof wash and wash it down. Their gutters come down and go under the ground and pitch way out into the woods. So I don't have to worry about anything, runoff, whatever. So I don't mind, hosing that with 6% and then washing it down the gutter into the woods. Same thing with the other side, it goes into the woods. So we've got power wash hose pulled. I've got 200 feet looped out into that field, all the way around to the far side of the house. I'm going to start over there with my house wash, work my way back here, and then I'm going to house wash all of this before I go up on the roof. And the reason I do that is so that everything is wet and I'm not flooding the gutters after I've roof washed and washing all the roof wash down through the system, okay? So I like to wash first, then do the roof, and that also gets all the vegetation wet, everything's good to go. And then I come through with just a quick final rinse when I'm done the roof wash, make sure we get any splatter off, be sure the fronts of the gutters are clean, etc. I'm also gonna get the turbo nozzle out and do his front stairs and walkway as a little bonus because he's a good guy. And this is our third season here, so I definitely wanna make him happy. I've got my roof pump pulled, okay, and looped out into the yard over here. I'll show you what's going on with that one. Again, these things I think are important. Save yourself hassle and time, especially when you're by yourself, because you're not shouting down off the ladder, hey, pull me some more hose. All right, so I've got this all looped in a manner where it's gonna go right up the ladder smooth with me, and then I'm gonna shoot peak to peak, no problem. Okay, we're gonna come through with the turbo, again, clean those things up. And that's basically it. We're gonna be shooting 6% on the roof, and my rig is ready to go. Okay, this is the last gutter on the house. Okay, gutter cleaning is done, and I wound up shifting gears here a little bit. Given that these drains go out into the woods and I'm not going to do any damage to anything near the house, I chose to go up with my 12 volt and pre-treat that area with roof wash, 6%. That lichens white and dead, and it's gonna come off like jelly. I also shot this roof real quick, and it's beautiful. I'm going to come over here and pre-treat some of this lettuce too. I did talk to the client, and he's not concerned about the grass next to the foundation and the moss here dying. In fact, he doesn't want it there. So quick pre-treat here, and then we're gonna start washing the house. Okay, I'm out on the high side, and there's lettuce up in that peak, and I wanna show you that this 5.3 is hitting that peak with this shorty shooter tip on it. And we're gonna pre-treat that lichen up in there, let it hang out for just a couple minutes. Look at that, right on the peak, baby. And a little tiny bit of wind here today. A quick pre-treat on this side, make my life easier. Now I suppose if I had an AR-45 and a remote control system, that I could change my percentages on the fly. Wouldn't that be ultimate? Pretty sure Cody Yarbrough has already created that type of system, which I believe is the future for me. Some type of remote control that I can control my percentage on the fly. It was a toss-up for me this year versus the AR-45 versus going with the 8-gallon per minute machine. Obviously, we chose the pressure washer. I'm not regretting that, but I think the next piece of equipment that we're going to add for next year will be an AR-45, so we can do these kind of things much faster. All right, just like everybody else, we're dealing with wind. So I'm shooter tip, trying to stay as far away as I can. You all know I prefer to soap with a fan. I think you get the best coverage. But try to stand upwind, use your shooter, which is still wicked fast. I don't know, I'm just pro fan. I like to fan as much as I can. Well, play the wind, boy, play the wind. All right, we are using the Davis shooter tip on rinse mode. And we're doing some board by board rinsing, but this lichen is coming down without a lot of pressure. You just gotta hit every piece to knock it off. But it did become jelly, which is what we want. We want to make it be an easy release so you don't have to spend a lot of time pushing on every single piece. Never get this done. If you can't pre-treat, you might have to soap it 2-3 times. Let it hang out for a long time before you can get it to come down. So I want to try to find the fastest method you can with what you've got. Like I said, this would have been faster for me if I had an AR, I wouldn't have to pull 2 devices, but I am pulling roof pump anyway here today, so not a huge factor, but it's gonna be all about the rinse here today. I'm real happy with those quick, easy results. Now that's a powerful improvement. Okay, I'm up on the garage roof, getting ready to take this lichen off. It's been sitting there for quite a while. Let's see. Oh yeah. Nice and easy. Okay, that came out beautiful. I'm real happy with the result on this. It was fairly easy with all that dwell time. Now I just have to finish rinsing the front of the garage and then I can shoot my roof. Okay, so I go up the roof there and for some reason my pump's not working. So I've got everything banjoed back here. So I switched from one pump to the other, relieved all the pressure on everything, but I wound up splashing myself right directly in the face. Thankfully I had my glasses on. Almost always got glasses on. Thankfully I had them on. And I'm flushing here because obviously we made a mess when I relieved those. And now this is my transfer pump normally. That one seems to want to work. So that's the one we're using. And now that's running my roof pump. All right, we'll try to diagnose this one tonight after work. We'll run on this one for the day. If it's dead, we got another one. I find it ironic that I was just bragging about how good my pump was working to hit that peak, and then we turn around and die. But, oh well. Thankfully I got the backup and it's working. Oh, maybe you should flush it out. It would last longer. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Getting some decent halt with my increase in soap. Not bad. Okay, and in an effort to reduce the splashback on me a little bit, we switch over to the fat fan as we get closer to ourselves here. I would prefer to fan all the time if I could, but unfortunately, you can't get close enough to do that. Okay. I hate doing this right in front of myself. It's the worst part of it. You gotta make sure you're up over it a little bit. I kind of just drool on it here. Try to get the least on me that I can. Yeah, like that, see? This fan actually nearly goes peak to peak. So we give everything one light mist. Can't quite hit that corner, but that's okay. All right, there you go. Almost 11:30, wrapped up and pulling out. I just spent about 10 minutes in the driveway talking with the client. I've made a great relationship with this guy. We know some of the same people. And I am on to the next project. I'm gonna go home for a few minutes and see if I can't collect Lauren, and we're going to wash a water tower for the town. We'll check it out.
Oh.
What do we call the company?
Guns!
What's the name of the company?
Powerful Improvements,
Why
baby.
do they call it Powerful
Because
Improvements?
we got guns.
Okay, Lauren's cleaning out her toes before we start our job. Sand in her toes from being at the beach yesterday. All right. So we're set up on this water tower with the municipality, and there's all sorts of vulgarity on this thing. And, you know, genitalia and whatnot that has been painted on this, okay? And it's covered with black mold, and what all they want to do is clean from like that second seam down, and then they're going to come through and roller out paint on this to mask all of the graffiti. This north side is bad, so I don't know. I'm hoping I can get it off. We came and took a look at it. I figure I'm going to nuke it with some roof wash. Get the 12 volt pulled all the way over here. Look at how black that is. So roof wash, and we'll see what we're gonna get. So this is a local hangout during high school, and as you can see, Lauren has some of her artwork up there because Lauren is severely artistic.
Severely.
So I'm gonna do this as a test area. And this is 6% roof wash going on here. We're not concerned about the ground here at all. And yes, this is a water tower for the town, but nothing here drains into the water supply. This is like all the water is pumped up into this tank from very far away. So anyway, this is probably the worst of it right here. Let's see if we're gonna get any easy transition. Obviously that's what I'm looking for today, is the easiest method. We'll let that hang out for a few. So we started from that trap door and soaped all the way around, pretty much half. So there's a pipe on the other side, so soaped all the way around. This is where we started, and this was the worst of it. And I don't know if you can see in the video, but it's breaking up just by hitting it with the roof wash pump. So I'm very sure that pressure washing is going to take it down. I'm going to let it hang out for probably another 5 or 10 minutes or so. And I think we're going to get a great result pretty easy. Got Lauren on rinse mode. That stuff's coming right off, sliding off nice. Real happy with the method. It's going to work out great. Hopefully we're only here a couple of hours, take care of the whole project. And it's going to be a very, very nice ticket for us. We got Lauren sporting the new thin print hoodies. These are awesome. Love it. Thin print. Logos on the front. Sweet. We got hoodies, t-shirts, and long sleeve shirts. And some more coming in the mail within a couple days. I'm also going to order the inverse of this. I'm going to order white with black lettering. And we're going to have a little Somerset too. All right, I'm very impressed how well that has worked. I have Lauren finishing up the rinse on the other half, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this half soaked so it can hang out. This side is not nearly as bad, it's in the sun, but we still do have nasty streaking here and there. I should have plenty of chemicals still on the truck. This is still from the original 50 gallons that I left with this morning. About 20 left on the truck right now of straight SH. So I'm expecting we'll probably even get home with a couple gallons. Again, I can't say how impressed I am with how this came out. It's very nice. Super clean. You can see where we stopped on the second line. I won't be surprised. We did have some discussion about potentially washing the whole tank. I won't be surprised if they call me back to wash the rest of it. 3 more rings, and I would probably have to make this productive, cost effective for me, come up here with a lift, which would obviously have to be charged to the client. So if they want to pay for a lift, we can come up here and do it. Lauren is rinsing this way, and this is our end point. So that's ready to go, and this just needs a rinse. I want to step back here, give you an idea how big this tank is. There's Lauren over there. Pretty good sized thing. First one I've ever done, biggest water tank I've ever done. We got here at about 10 past 12, got connected to the water source, which is a pump house right there, and it is 1:20, let's say. We've been here a little over an hour 15 minutes maybe, and I had slated 4 hours for this job. We're gonna be done in less than 2. So that's fantastic. I'm gonna get home, try to take care of some of the pump issues that I've had, and basically maybe take the dogs for a walk and enjoy some of my day. This was a more than double minimum day for us. This particular job right here hits our daily minimum with a little excess, and same thing with the first job. So very productive day for me, and I am completely stacked tomorrow. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. I think I have 5 or 6 big house washes all by myself. All right, and this is the pump house. Go down in there and shut that off. Now, this is the belly of the beast down here, boy. This is the tank that feeds the town. So I guess we had plenty of water, hopefully, right? But interesting little cave to be in. And we're out. All right, we're at the local agricultural store. It's called Runnings. I don't know what you have in your area, but these are the pumps that I keep buying. I'm gonna buy another one right now. These are the same exact thing, just 2 different boxes. One is in Spanish and one is in English, or maybe I'm wrong about that even. I don't know. Same exact pump though. I opened them up and took a look, and they've got all the same labeling on them. They're $139, which is reasonable. So I'm gonna pick one of those up, and then all these Fimco fittings and sprayer fittings and all sorts of crazy stuff. And then thankfully this place has banjo connections, which have been a little bit hard to find, but they do have them here. 1/2-inch fittings, plugs, valves, adapters, basically everything that I need. So I'm gonna pick up a couple more fittings, and I think I'm gonna do a little bit of rearranging on how I have those pumps plugged in there so I can get them out a little quicker. So we're gonna see what they've got for me and get it done.